истинный в огне. Кто читает свои сны, поклоняюсь темноте.
I've just discovered the next episode, and it's titled Tom's Basement 5. And in this episode, Jerry doesn't kill a pet and its owner. He kills a family. Now, let me tell you the horrifying atrocities committed in this episode. Jerry had killed Tom and Butch, and then Tom's ghost had killed Jerry, but then Jerry's ghost killed Spike. And now there were new people moving into the house where Jerry's spirit awaited anyone who dared enter. The family had just moved in, and they were starting to unpack. There was the mom, the dad, and 2 kids, a boy and a girl. And the kids started to explore the house. As they were exploring, they came across a basement, and they both decided to check it out. As they started to dive deeper into the dark depths of the basement, they were a little creeped out, but they still continued. As they reached the ground of the basement, they looked around, and it seemed to be a normal-looking basement. Until, out of the corner of their eyes, they saw something. They saw what looked to be a mouse holding a knife. But when they went to get a closer look, it was gone. They both looked at each other and agreed that this was weird. But then their parents called them and said it was time for dinner. And so they just forgot about it and went upstairs. A couple of weeks had passed, and the kids had completely forgotten about what had happened. The daughter then remembered what she saw when she went down into the basement with her brother, and she decided to go and see if she could find that mouse. As she walked into the basement, she felt a shiver go down her spine, but she ignored it and continued walking down the stairs until finally she reached the floor. And then she saw it. She saw the brown mouse holding a knife. She was scared. She didn't know what to do. The mouse slowly began walking towards her. And this mouse was Jerry. The daughter tried to run up the stairs and out the door, but all of a sudden, the door slammed shut. She tried to open it, but it wouldn't budge. And then, it was as if something pulled her, and she fell down the stairs and onto the hard floor, breaking her leg. And then she saw Jerry slowly walking towards her, holding that knife. And then, once Jerry had reached her, he began to stab her repeatedly. And then Jerry stopped, and the girl was dead. A couple of days had passed, and the family started to worry. they didn't know where she went or what happened to her. And then they started to smell something foul. And so, all three of them, the mother, the father, and the son, decided to go and see what it was. As they walked down the basement steps, they looked in horror to see that their daughter and sister was dead. They didn't even have time to process what they were looking at, because the ghost of Jerry appeared, and they just looked at him, confused. Then the boy remembered. The boy tried to run up the stairs, but the door slammed shut and wouldn't budge. The mother then ran up the stairs to try and help her son, but all of a sudden she was flung from the top of the stairs into the wall, breaking her back and breaking her neck, ultimately killing her. Her body fell to the ground. This angered the father, and he ran towards Jerry. But he was suddenly lifted. Jerry lifted the knife as well, and the father was flung into the knife, stabbing him in his stomach. And Jerry slowly, and the father fell to the ground in a bloody puddle. And now the son was the only one left. He screamed in horror. His family was dead, and soon he would meet the same fate. The son was paralyzed in fear. He couldn't move. Jerry slowly started to walk towards him, eventually reaching him. The boy pleaded to Jerry to let him live. In response to this, Jerry lifted his knife and slit the boy's throat, killing him. And once again, Jerry had killed anyone who dared move into this house or even entered it. Tom saw this from the afterlife and knew he had to stop Jerry by any means necessary, once and for all.